Take a look at a typical computer desk from the 1990s. To make this machine functional, every single peripheral required a completely different, single-purpose physical connection plugged into the back of the tower. For video, you relied on VGA. It used a bulky, blue 15-pin connector to carry analog signals. Because it was analog, the picture was often blurry. It maxed out at 1080p, and the cable was completely incapable of carrying sound. If you wanted audio, you had to run a totally separate 3.5mm cable. The TRS standard of the era meant a single jack could only handle either a speaker output or a microphone input, forcing you to wire up two independent lines just to talk and listen. The biggest physical threat to this hardware was opportunistic theft, which is why users physically tethered laptops to desks using thick Kensington cables. Today, that physical threat is largely gone, replaced by invisible malware. As displays demanded perfectly sharp digital signals and portable gadgets shrank to fit into our pockets, forcing users to untangle a separate proprietary wire for every component became an absolute engineering roadblock. The industry's solution to this physical mess was the Universal Serial Bus, or USB. Its core mission was to eradicate the tangled web of proprietary connectors and run multiple devices through one standard interface. Early USB split into a few main shapes. Type A was the standard rectangular port you used for basic data transfer, but you also had the bulky, square-shaped Type B, which quickly became the default for tying computers to heavy peripherals like office printers. Then consumer electronics began to drastically shrink in size. The physical ports had to adapt, giving us the mini USB connection you see here on the PS3 controller, and eventually the micro USB standard that charged an entire generation of smartphones. This visual equation demonstrates the core math of data transfer, and it explains why early advertised USB speeds were highly misleading. One single byte contains exactly 8 bits. When manufacturers marketed USB 1.0 speeds as 12 megabits per second, consumers thought they were getting a massive data pipe. Apply the conversion and divide by 8, and you see it was actually a tiny 1.5 megabytes per second trickle. To signal massive speed upgrades to the public, manufacturers color-coded the physical ports. White indicated the slow 1.0 speeds. Black pushed 480 megabits per second for USB 2.0. Blue ports packed 9 internal pins to hit 5 to 10 gigabits, while red or yellow ports indicated a sleep and charge feature, sending power even when the computer was turned off. USB successfully unified the physical shape of our plugs, but engineers faced a new challenge, finding a way to push massive, high-fidelity digital video streams through these standardized pipes. To eliminate the blurry analog VGA signal, the High-Definition Multimedia Interface, or HDMI, was born. It merged razor-sharp digital video and perfectly synced audio into one unified pipeline. HDMI evolved rapidly, jumping from 4K resolution at 30 Hz all the way up to 8K. To bring that massive visual fidelity to extremely compact devices, like action cameras, the connection was compressed down into micro HDMI. But HDMI contains a rigid limitation for power users. It is explicitly designed for a one-port to one-screen setup. Run out of physical HDMI ports on your laptop, and you run out of monitors. This schematic outlines the core superpower of DisplayPort. Identified by its angled physical cut, DisplayPort allows for daisy chaining. You can run one single output from your computer and loop it sequentially through an entire series of screens. While video cables fiercely competed for dominance, one legacy connection survived the wireless revolution entirely unscathed: the Ethernet port. Wi-Fi introduces latency simply because of physics. It takes tiny fractions of a second to convert your physical keystrokes into radio waves, broadcast them to a router, and translate them back into data. That conversion creates unavoidable delay. No matter how incredibly convenient wireless technology becomes, a dedicated physical copper wire will always win when raw data stability is required. The climax of port engineering is Thunderbolt. Developed by Intel and Apple, it is a singular technology designed to handle power, data, and video simultaneously. Thunderbolt hijacked the reversible physical shape of USB Type-C, but secretly injected it with DisplayPort's multi-monitor daisy chaining abilities and massive electrical power delivery. The raw bandwidth of Thunderbolt 5 pushes 120 gigabits per second, delivers 240 watts of power, and runs multiple 8K displays. It can even pipe desktop-level graphics card performance straight into a razor-thin laptop. Look closely at the side profile of a modern high-end machine. The heavy, fragmented hardware jungle of the 90s is entirely gone. The minimalist design of today's technology is a hard-won victory. Engineers collapsed a chaotic analog bottleneck into a single, universal digital superhighway.